Hey there, Ashley, allthingsdentistry.com. Have you ever heard what a split tooth sounds like when you tap on it? I've treated and seen many split teeth and percussed on them, but this one made such a unique sound, I just had to share it with you. So we're just doing a tap test. We've done our vitality test. So this test, the tooth number 24 tested cold. So you can hear the difference. We'll do it one more time. Focus.
Yeah.
Mobility. What'd you say? That's a 2.
Yeah.
Then our probing depths. Sorry, I know. Can you see it right here? You good?
Yeah.
Okay, so here I've slowed the probing depths down to 50%, so you can see in slow motion. And right about here, we have approximately a 7mm probing depth without anesthesia. So here's a panoramic radiograph of the patient to give you an overview. And the next image is just magnification of the first bicuspid, tooth number 24. And you can see on this image slight radio widening of the PDL. Here's a straight-on periapical radiograph of tooth number 24. You'll notice that it's non-restored, and there is a radiolucency in the middle to coronal third of the tooth. And the next image is actually a shift shot of that same tooth. No, it's the arrow. If you can't see if you couldn't point out the radiolucency, there's arrows just indicating it. The next shot, there we go, this is a shift shot showing you similar. You can subtly see the radiolucency on that tooth. This next image just goes over all the questions that I asked to get during my endodontic interview to determine the patient's symptoms. You can pause it and review it if you want. I'm not going to go through all the questions. The next image is an overview of the sensibility testing that I did. It's interesting that when I initially did that maxillary left quadrant and the mandibular left quadrant, all the testing, that tooth number 24 came up negative on the cold, and I couldn't understand it until I did the percussion. And when it came out with that sound, I couldn't believe it. I almost fell off my chair because it was just this really interesting sound. Now here is sensibility testing for the mandibular left arch. It turns up normal. So my diagnosis for this tooth was tooth number 24 necrotic with asymptomatic apical periodontitis. It is a cracked tooth or split tooth. I don't have an image, but there's a split right down mesial to distal on that tooth. So the learning points from this is that essentially, if you patient presented with generalized maxillary mandibular pain on her left side, and really the key is to do your endodontic testing on all the teeth on that side to rule out anything that could be non-odontogenic. What do you think about what additional tests could have been done, and what treatments would you propose to the patient if this was your patient? So thanks a lot for joining me. Hopefully that was interesting. I was really shocked about how the tooth sounded, and I gathered a few of my friends, clinicians, to kind of get the experience, and I really wanted to share it with you. So the history and the symptoms are listed in one of the slides there, so you can read it. And if you have any questions, or I'm glad to go over the history with you, make another video about how the patient presented. Totally put it in the comments if you want. Otherwise, I'm going to keep this video fairly short. And you know what? The last question I have is, where did it go? I have it in my back pocket. Have you seen one of these guys? And if you have, put it in the comments. Let me know what how you use it, what it's for. It's for endo and for gutta percha. And this is one of my standard instruments and the technique that I use. So please come back soon, subscribe below, and let me know if you have any questions or anything you want to see. Cheers.